a beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Monday, Medium Project Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I think I'm a minute late or two. Was kind of rushing around here the last few minutes getting things ready. Was actually looking for my hat. I couldn't find my good hat. I don't know what happened to it. What are you doing up there? He's on my desk. Right? He's over there talking to me. I gave you my chair. But I hope everybody had a good weekend. Sorry we missed Thursday night. I had a concert Thursday night that I had to get to. Got to that and then had other issues that come up. I was hoping to get the makeup of it over the weekend, but I never did. It was kind of one of those weekends. But we're working on the tic-tac-toe. Let me go ahead and flip over here. Top camera. There we go. We've got the tic-tac-toe board. I've got two more lines to do up here at the top, and then basically I'll have it squared off the way I want it. And then I'm going to play with it and decide on how I want to close it up. I've been working on a back piece. It'd be a big bag though, and that's why I don't like it. So I'm going to try to play around with it, see if I can find a way that I can have this come together easy enough to carry the pieces. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to play with it, see what happens with it. I'll finish those two lines up probably later tonight. I'm hoping to after the stream, we'll see. But tonight we're working on the actual pieces that'll go on the board. I've got a few done already. 4 of them, 5th one's about done. I'm doing 10 of them, so I guess I could leave them up here to show off. And then I put them behind the camera. Figures. Oh well. But anyway, I wanted to do something a little different than what we've done. Let me go ahead and do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. Takes 23. Oops, did I miss that one? I'm going to have to recount. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. So, no, you go back in there. It just makes it easier so I don't lose count, because I've made it before where I didn't really keep count, and I kept going, and by the time I realized, I got quite a bit bigger than I needed to be. It wasn't until it was really noticeable when I was like, hey, I think I made this too long. So, it's fairly easy. It's just a half Persian. 3/4 Persian, I mean. And I start my full Persian the same way here. 4 rings onto one. Hopefully, you can see it good enough. I'm actually kind of doing this for Bobby. I don't think she's here tonight. Let me check around other places. But basically, if I was doing full Persian, I'd put one more ring in there, and so it'd be 2, 2, and 2. But you know, other people have all kinds of different ways of starting this up. Ring. I kind of, if this is full Persian, there'd be a second ring there, and it'd be hooking in through it. But without it, when we're doing 3/4 Persian, it makes it really simple. I just grab the bottom one here, kind of turn it towards me, come around and go through the 2 I'm holding, and then you got that loose one up here. I just pull it down to the side, so it's on the side of the ring. Slide it over the top into the groove. And then with full Persian, I'd have pre-closed rings. Now let's put a ring on each side here. In a normal full Persian, it's going to be a little looser. This is pretty tight here. So within your next 2 are already on there. If I was doing another full Persian, I'd put a second ring through, weave it through the middle, and come back through. But since it's 3/4 Persian, pretty much ready, I just make sure how I'm kind of doing it'll step up every time. So I'm calling this the bottom, and I'm looking at the bottom. I just want this ring to be on the other side of the rubber ring before it, so I'll just kind of maneuver it down. The other ring can be floppity, wherever you want it. And then I'll just tuck through it like before, grab those other 2. Missed it. Doing it further away than I normally do, so because I'd normally pull it up here so I can see it better. They're rubber rings, so you can kind of maneuver them around and move them out of the way and stuff. So once it's through, then you can kind of slide. When you pull this, it'll pull the metal rings back. Then you can put it on the side of it and flop it through the top. And then basically, like we did before, just add 2 more rings. That's why I normally pre-close my full Persian when I'm working with full Persian. I'll pre-close my rings just because I do a lot of stretchy Persian. And so I'm used to doing it this way where I have to put them on. Because otherwise you could put on your other 2 rings after this. If you like to build it that way. It just depends on how you like to do it. These, I imagine they're going to be a little bit longer to do on the stream. I imagine about a half an hour per one. Oh, got too many rings there. Come on out of there. I was grabbing the ring below it. That's why normally it's easier for me to do this when I'm up closer on it. I don't want my hat to get in the way. I guess I could probably try to zoom in a little bit more and get a little closer. Don't be shy, closer. Let me see here if I can. If I stay right in the middle of the paper, let's see if that might help see what I'm doing a little bit. I'll probably start a couple of these. Just so maybe this closer shot will be a better look. I could basically do the same thing with just some metal rings if I've got the right size out to demonstrate it, but if you've ever done full Persian anyway, it's pretty simple, easy weave. When I first kind of tried to start figuring it out, I definitely couldn't figure out how to hold it right. There's many different ways of using twist ties and all this and all that, and I was trying it different ways and all this and all that, and oops, I forgot to put the rings on. And finally, I was holding it one day, and I just kind of fed the ring through, and I was like, hey, that kind of worked. Did I do it right? I had to question myself, because ever since, I just, I don't need a twist tie or anything to start it up anymore or anything like that. And it seems pretty easy to me. Hopefully I'm staying in with this tighter screen. So I'll grab that, and so when I pull it through those top two before, moved up on me. There we go. That ring's, see how that metal or the rubber ring wanting to go onto the other side, and that's the one I need. There. Pull it close so I can see exactly what I need to do. Come on. Get over there. Alright. Well, that little cluster was just, and Bobby, if you happen to watch this later, like I said, I don't know, I don't see anybody on the others, but, these are, I'm using 3/16 inch metal rings and rubber rings. The metal rings are 18 gauge, the rubber rings are 16 gauge. I normally wouldn't do that per se. Makes it definitely a little tighter. In a way I like it, in a way I don't. So they have their plus and minuses. See, that one wants to flop over. So it definitely is easier if you're using 18 gauge both metal and rubber rings. Like I said, I just kind of, when I started this project, I didn't have any in the color I wanted to use anyway. 18 gauge. So I compromised, and I forgot to put my rings on again. And overall, though, I think it turned out pretty well. I kind of, like I said, in some ways I like it a little better than when I did the Batman checkerboard pizzas. I still have one sitting out over here. They're same as what I did here. You can tell a little bit, maybe. These are a little beefier. These actually have one less ring in it. Because these are so much bigger and tighter, it pulls more around. You gotta put one more ring in it. So you can see there's a little more of a gap in between there. You can kind of see through the corners. This one not so much on the upper corners here. So if you're using Bobby, if you're doing the 18 gauge on both the wire and the rubber rings, you'll want 22? Yeah, 22. 22 metal rings, so it'd make it 44 rubber rings. And go from there. And it has a little more give this way on this compared to these. This has some, but it doesn't, it's just a little bit snugger of a fit. But I think these work perfectly good too. I mean, you can pull on them. They're not gonna, you can pull them off, but it would take some work if I'm even in camera anymore. I got so involved there and probably pulled back too far from the camera. Alright, let's see where I'm at here. I'm gonna make sure I'm at the bottom. And you gotta come over. Come on your side. But yeah, we had the band thing Thursday night, and then our oldest cat needed to go be checked out, and she got checked out and wasn't looking good, so we ended up losing our sugar baby Thursday night. but it's all kind of in a funk. You know, she was 18. She was up there in the age, but overall, she was a good cat. I mean, she didn't really. She was definitely the wife's cat. She didn't want really any loving from me, but overall, I mean, she was a good cat. I mean, didn't really do too much that she shouldn't, and all that. So, I mean, definitely miss her. I know the wife, and I think the son will too, because I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years, she really kind of got taken to the son. Would follow him around and always want to be in his room while he's gaming and whatnot. And I forgot the rings again. Golly darn it. I don't know why I keep forgetting them. Being the rubber, they kind of pop over the corners there and slide into place and kind of help hold their place in a way. Get on that side. But yeah, she's kind of a crazy cat though. I mean, she hated me in a way. We had our love-hate relationship with me and Sugar Baby. Her only thing that really drove me batty was she loved to eat plastic, like Walmart bags, plastic bags. And she'd eat them, gnaw on them like a hamster would a piece of wood. How you give them a wood block and they just gnaw across it and gnaw across it. She'd do that to a plastic bag, man. You get up in the morning after a night and forget to put one up, and you can just see all the bite marks around it, and she's, eating an 1.5 2 inches of this plastic bag in a circle. Like she just munching it away. That drove me nuts. But yeah, she used to do this thing with the wife, and always she'd want to get under the wife's shirt and just hang out. Just crawl up under her shirt and just hang out there. I'm like, you're a weird cat, man. She tried to do it to me twice in all those years, and she did not like it. She's like, the other one's like warm and soft, and you're like fuzzy and hard. But then, there for many, many years, she had her little bedtime ritual where she'd want to go in the bedroom and get on the bed, and she'd be in either two modes where she wanted loving, and call it blanket loving, because she wanted me to put my hand under the blanket and pet on her that way. Or she'd be in a playing mood and she'd want me to put my hand under the blanket so she could attack it. And just, grab a hold of it and just start kicking and go to town on my hand. Been some years since she'd done that, though, because she's gotten older. She kind of stopped doing that as much. I forgot the rings again. Dang it. I had not done that all day. And now all of a sudden, as I made up 2 of them earlier, almost 3, I guess, because that's the third one there. And I got the board up until just those last 2 lines of blue. I know we had some more left since last Thursday, or last Monday. I will say the Sugar Baby, she loved, for some reason, to go. The only time she was ever nice to me, per se, was if I was in the bathroom. She wanted to go to the bathroom with me, and in the bathroom, she would just want me to love on her and pet on her, and she wouldn't growl or hiss or nothing like that. And you come out of the bathroom, and she was like, "No, people can see me now. I can't be nice to you." And then there was, I don't know, probably a good Well, I'd have to ask the kids or the wife. Well, the kids, because I know they heard the stories. So that probably half a dozen times, maybe 5, 6 times, all those years. Hey, Janice, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Had a good weekend. But she goes in the bathroom with me and wants all that loving and everything. But, about once a year, I guess, there for a while, she would decide to jump in my pants as I'm sitting there trying to go to the bathroom. And I'd have to holler at the wife to get her to come in there and coax her out of my pants so I could get done going to the bathroom. She'd just get in there and curl up and look up at you like, hey, yeah, this is comfy. How you doing? Don't mind me. I'm just here hanging out. Otherwise, she was I kind of described her as the 70-year-old man to get off my lawn attitude. That's how she's always been ever since we got her. But once she came in, she drove the wife nuts too. But everybody still loved her. And one thing I know that drove her nuts and drove me nuts too, because it's like I wasn't doing it on purpose, Cat. She hated being followed. If she started walking away from you down the hall or something, and you needed to go down the hall, and she makes a turn into the kitchen because you're going to the kitchen, she just turned around and start hissing and swatting at you. Their swats never really did anything. She'd jump in your pants too. Yeah. She was quite the character. That side. But overall, like I said, she was a good cat. She really didn't get on the counters, didn't really get in places, even when she was younger. She had her own little issues, but overall, good cat. Get that in my fire just right so I can figure out where I'm going. Pull it down. Group it in. Well, we're almost done. We're going to close up a couple of these also, just kind of. That's all a little bit harder with the larger rubber ring gauge than if I was using the 18 gauge. It definitely is much harder to get that final ring done. I end up using a straightened out piece of wire that I'll guide through where everything needs to go through, and then I'll because at that time you've got half your connection made already. You have to open up a ring, and so I'll use a guide wire. With the 18 gauge, I normally don't have to do that, but like I said, this is all so much tighter. Hey Barb, how you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. And I forgot the rubber rings again. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Don't forget to get the shares and likes out there. Let people know we're trying to have some fun. Oh, I guess I need more rubber rings now. Where you at? I had to run away. I'll have to find it later. I can go searching right now. I'm good. You? Pretty good. Wyatt called to say he's famous. Yeah, I was gonna I was hoping to make up the stream over the weekend, but it just never really felt like, one of those weekends, I guess. I guess that I had pre-closed for something else at some other point. That'll happen though at times. I'll be working on something. I'll have a bunch of pre-closes and trying it out, and then it doesn't end up working. So it's like, oh, all right, just back into the pile you go. Yeah, over weekend wasn't bad, but just kind of, I got some projects done that I was working on and stuff like that, but I got to get more motivated. I have to start working my time up for band videos every day. I got to make sure I'm getting about 2 hours a day in on that, if not a little more at times. I only got about an hour in the day. I'm hoping to get in a little bit more later tonight before I head to bed, but we'll see how it goes. This TikTok has 500,000 views. Well, and see, I know you probably can't tell on the camera if I'm even in camera on these, but these two here, I've got a few 18 gauge mixed in with the 16 gauge. I've had about 7 so far that I've found. Looks like I might have had a little pile at the bottom, and I mixed up my when I went to put up my new order, mixed them up because there's only a little amount left of the one. Because at one point all they had was 18 gauge rubber rings, but now they have the 16 gauge 3/16. So I had to make up another box for those. Oh, come on. Alright, now since this is the final ring, I'm going to come over and attach to these two. Close it up. And that's where we'll have to, this one will go above that one. These rubber rings come down through here better. If I can get them down through here without. And that's why I like to use a little thing, because this one, this is the one we just connected to the two. And then this ring has to open up and grab these two. But they need to be in between these other two. If all that makes any sense at all. Okay, now I probably will have to get closer. Hopefully I'm not going to get in too much of a way. And you can still see me working on it maybe. Because here I need these two to open up. So this side needs to come first. And it'll be on the bottom side of that one. So you need to open up. So I'll grab that up over to this other one. Grab those two. Alright, and then I need it to be on this one to be on the outside, so I gotta pull it up over that. And then it's all got to go under that ring. And then push it on through. So that's where this ring needs to open up and go through. So, got my ring there. Hopefully that was able to be seen somewhat. It's kind of a booger, but once you get used to it. Like I said, normal full Persian, or if I was using the smaller gauge rubber rings, I wouldn't normally have to do this, putting that through there. Alright, let's see, which way do we want to pull him through? Let's see here, probably be easier. By open down, but I need to be on the other side. I think that's probably going to be the best route. So let me spin this guy around. Alright, and then, what did I just say? I want you to come down, so we'll need to come the down ways, open it that way, and then feed it through, basically just following see how we came above there. We went through the first half, but again, hopefully you can see it. I just need to come back out a little bit and then down and follow the wire. There we go. And came out where that wire is, pull the wire out. What did I do wrong? I did something wrong there. Ooh, come here. Okay. Under. What did I do? That's right, that's right, that's right. Okay, so this is on the outside. I gotta go under this one. In between those two. Grab these two. But I need to be under you. And that part's alright, so it's just that ring there, okay. Well, I had to go the difficult route here. For some reason. But there we go. Alright. Boy, that was kind of a pain. But like I said, that last one kind of is always kind of a pain. Hopefully the next one, we're going to close up this other one here real quick too. Hopefully we don't have as many problems here. I got 2 more rings left to do on this one, so. Maybe it's because I fed my ring through my metal thing too far in. Or from the wrong side than I had been doing it. That might be it. We'll see how it works on this next one. I'll pay more attention. It did seem like I did have to pull it out a different way, but it wasn't nothing that I noticed before, because I'd always done it the other way before. One over. I'm going to have to look at these rings closer now that I'm finding some more and more of the 18 gauge. Alright. One more, and then, well, this is the closing ring here, so. Then we get to go through that whole process again. And like I said, normally it's never that hard on normal full Persian in itself. And if you're using more of the proper ring sizes for this. But like I said, I didn't have them enough. And I kind of, like I said, I'm kind of liking it in a way. So, come on, get on there. Alright. So, where'd my thing go here? Alright, so that's the ring that needs to open up below it. And so it's going to go through here first. And grab these two from that side. There's one, there's two. Get below it, and then I gotta grab that one from the outside. Again, I'm probably out of screen here, aren't I? Got through, I just need to get this one up over this side. Bent my wire. Alright, there we go. So under and under and through. That's where that ring before needs to go through. So now where's my opening? Enclosure. Alright, I'm gonna have to spin it. There it was. So it'll come back on this side. Alright. So we'll open it up and try to hopefully have a better experience this time. So it's open. I'm going to grab it from the other side because it'll come out of that side, out of the top here where we don't need it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it on out of there. Follow through. A little bit of stretchy stretch. Come out right beside that wire. That one went a little smoother. Yeah, that's why I did pull out the little ones here. Get me that little tighter area there, but again, hopefully that's showable. It's so small. If I did them with larger rings, and like I said, if I did it with the proper ring sizes, you would see that it would be definitely a little bit easier. But then we just grab a tag, and this takes some maneuvering. Not a whole lot of stretching to really get around it per se, a little bit as we turn it, but then we're just going to have to wiggle it around. And as you do, you'll see the rings kind of start warping together once they get further pushed on. Because once you start getting it further along, you can kind of give it good twists and see, that's what I say. They can come off. But that's the nature of a capture like this. But once they're on there, I mean, if you really pry it out, and they will. But if you're just playing with them and stuff, they're not just gonna come flying off while you're doing stuff with them. So I'm gonna grab another tag. Come on, flip on around there. So where are we at anyway? We're only 40 minutes in. Cool. So we got one fully made. We closed up the other one, and now we've gotten it captured. And as you play with it, you can kind of feel it once it kind of starts getting in there and finally hits the metal rings. And that's kind of what you're looking for. And then once you're there, you can just kind of give it a smoothing out and try to even out everything. Like I said, works well. Like I said, it's not going to come flying out. So that makes us up to 6. So I got 4 more to do. Let's go ahead and get started on some more, I suppose, here. I see one more small ring in that batch. Yeah, we've got a few floating around in here. Where'd you go? I just seen you. I thought I did, but you're not. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I can actually see more smaller ones at the very bottom, so I must have missed. These are. No, okay, yeah, I put my. This is marked as my 18 gauge, but I put the 16 gauge in the container. So it must have got that slight mix there. Okay, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. Alrighty. Yep, wrong pliers. Alright, so we'll go ahead and show how we start this off again. Maybe we'll start this one off, do a few, and then do another starter. I'll have to count more rings, but oh well. Tomorrow is laser day for me. I got several things lined up, and hopefully things are going to work well. Got some graphics made up. I guess I did do that over the weekend. Alright, so like I said, it's just 2, 1 metal ring, and 2 rubber rings. And while you're holding on to the 2, I kind of put it up here so I'm holding on to the metal ring too, keeping it stabilized a bit. So that I can come through and grab this one, turn it towards me, and then slide down and grab the 2 I'm holding on to. Slide that single one out, around to the other side, flip it over the top, into your ring that you're holding. And then, since it's a stretchy version, you gotta put these rings on now, or it won't work. Because I've yet to see a stretchy ring that you can open and close. When they make that, that would change the chain mailing world, I think. But most weaves, what's kind of nice about it, you can normally figure out how to make a stretchy version of it by just playing around with how you open and close. You know, Byzantine made one way for metal rings, but I work it a different way if I'm making a stretchy Byzantine. So we can probably get this one done in the stream tonight, maybe. Be close. And down about 15 minutes. These do take about 20. Like I said, off a stream, they're about 20 minutes. I know on a stream they're going to take me a little bit longer, just because everything's, like I said, hopefully I'm in view there. I did zoom that camera in a little bit more than I'm usually comfortable with. And like I said, when I was making these earlier, I had them kind of right up under me, and I was like right there on them. So everything's a little bit quicker for my closures and make sure they're good. When you can see it, I still feel them, but when you can see it, being a good closure. Get under that one. Bring it around town. Quick views around. Hopefully we've had good internet connection tonight. That's almost unbelievable. I'm at a 0.0% frame rate drop. I've only had that happen once before, and I hate to say it. Gotta find some wood. Last time that happened, I had a week of bad internet after that. I don't understand why I always have a little bit no matter what, but I'll take it, but I don't like it. That one didn't want to go through very nicely. And if you're doing this yourself, like I said, it'd be a lot easier when you get it in the proper eye length that you like to work in. And the smaller the rings go for me like this, the closer they have to get to me. With my old age. Pretty soon I'll have to be using some type of magnifying apparatus to see what I'm doing. Hopefully music's not too loud. I didn't look at my numbers when I turned it on like I normally do. So I was running just a little bit behind starting the stream. It's kind of finishing up some last minute things, and I was like, I thought I had like 4 minutes to go, and I looked and I had 2 minutes to go. I was like, oh, crud. So I had to rush through the last couple minutes. Alright, you guys need to move on the other side here so I can grab you easier. Oh, that's one half of you, not everything. Come on down over here. Let's see here. It's Wednesday night will be our next streaming night. Small project night. Again, don't have any clue on what I'm going to do yet. I keep needing to get my list out and get it organized and get pictures better of the things I want to do so I can say what they are, etc. Like I said, that's part of the problem. When I find something new, I've only got a picture of it normally. And so then I have to go find it, figure out the name of it, if it's an open weave, etc. I always got to play around with that. And got a lot of other things to do, though. Like I said, I got all the band video stuff that's starting to come together where I'll start putting into. First week here or two will be at least 2 hours a day. Then there's sometimes. I'm hoping I don't have to cancel any stream to do it. But I do, you know, if I have to, I have to. But I was hoping, well, I mean, I was always thinking that the Chicago trip would be something I'd be putting on it too. So I thought I'd be having till after the trip to have it fully done. So that was kind of giving me an extra few weeks there. And finding out that they don't want to include the Chicago trip on this, it's like, okay, yeah, that totally was not in my thinking. So, and could possibly be doing some lasered gifts for the seniors. Band parents normally always give out some type of gift to the seniors for graduation. Come on, get off of there. And so I might have those to do. I don't know yet exactly what we're going to do. I'm still trying to figure that out from them. Need to get it going here soon, though, because some of the things could take a couple weeks to get them in. So I need to find out the deadline on all that stuff, too. So it's going to be getting pretty busy here pretty soon for a little bit. Till June, kinda. It's April. We've got a concert coming up here on the 8th of April. Final concert is like 2.5 weeks later, I think. The senior farewell concert, and then somewhere in there is a banquet, a band banquet. They always have a little final banquet thing to get together. And so, yeah. Because I think actually their last concert is before the actual kids that took solos and ensembles go to state, which is unusual too. So I don't know how they're gonna do all that. So it's gonna be a weird year. I think it's just kind of weird overall, being that most everything was back to normal this year. Last year they had videotaped competitions, and this year they were able to go back to competitions. They're having music festivals again. So, oh, I forgot to put on their rings again. Dang it! I don't know why I keep forgetting that so many times now. Like I said, I did all those others and didn't forget once, and I'm forgetting, 2 or 3 times, if not more, per token or wrap. Yeah, there you go. Wrap. Yeah, about did it again. I think it's because of the way I'm holding it away from me like this. I'm kind of doing it a little differently than when I was doing it earlier. When I do it up close in my face anyway. But I guess while I'm just sitting here doing this, I do want to thank everybody again that does stop by and watch this. If you watch this an hour later, don't forget you can always give us likes and shares at any point in time, even when we're not live. It's great to have them. I also want to put a shout out there for anybody that's gotten anything from me. Could use some reviews out there. On my Facebook pages and or my website pages. I know I've had a lot of orders, and no, I mean, I understand that I don't review everything I put out there either, and I forgot the rings again. Definitely could use some more reviews out there to let people know. I mean, right now I'm running very low percentages on reviews compared to sales. By like a huge margin. I think I've only got like 2 or 3 reviews, and I've had more than that in sales in a week. So could definitely use those. So if you've gotten something and want to put out a review for us, that'd be great. Could use that. And like I said, get people more likes, shares, get more people here, and we'll do more giveaways. And hope everybody had a good giveaway last Sunday when we did that. It was different, for sure. Hopefully it'll run smoother next time, but your guys' stuff that was given away is out there on the way. Took a little longer than I wanted to, but last week, like I said, was just kind of a crazy week. Again, it's just following the track of this year, it seems like. I was hoping things would change up month after month, and they just keep, again, nothing bad, but just, I mean, losing your cat's bad, but, you know, it's just been one of those years, and, you know, the inflation. Got grocery shopping coming up tomorrow, and I've already got it set up for pickup, and grocery bill is getting insane compared to what it used to be. Making it more difficult to do a lot of other things, that's for sure. I got some wood projects I want to do, but the price of wood has been insane. I'm going to have to do it though, because I think I've got a good design down now for my portable jewelry necklace bracelet holder that I can put on tables. Where basically it's just get there, pop it open. Might have a little bit of just basic straightening up, but unlike now that you know, got to put all the hooks up and then put the things on the hooks, and it's just a very time-consuming process. And again, like I said, I do see other people's stuff, and maybe I just have too much stuff. I hate to say that. I'm like, I want more stuff, but yeah, I'm using a lot of space, and I got a lot of things. Someday I'll have to, when I do one of my pre-setups for one of our events, I'll have to do a video of it out there and show it all. I mean, I guess I could do it during an event and do a stream during an event. I haven't done that. Thought about doing it, but normally busy doing other things. You know, I'm normally trying to work on a project so I can kind of show off how everything works when it comes to chainmail at an event. I'm getting out of camera view, aren't I? And I totally missed that ring. Why? Well, that was just a pain in the butt. Every once in a while, you just have to get in there and tell it who's boss, and now it's telling me who's boss. Come on. I want to be the boss here. There we go, finally. All I wanted was the ring on you. Now this project's actually coming along a little bit quicker than I anticipated. By using big words and my brain can't comprehend them. Because I have been doing a fair amount outside of the stream on this. It's been something that has been kind of easy, just to kind of grab some here while I'm doing other things. Like I said, I've got, I don't know, 5 or 6 other colors and ring sizes out that I was working on other things. But it was easy enough where I could just come over and grab it real quick, and they were sitting here. So it got a little more work in than some of the other normal streaming projects get. Alright, so we're down to 3 here. Where are we at? Oh, we're just about coming up on our hour or so. Yeah, we'll finish this one up before we close up shop tonight. And I need a few more rubber rings. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll do some more laser work, and then I'll have to figure out, got video work, and I need to process some more of the pictures. I've been posting more of the laser etched scales and stuff. If you haven't noticed them, check out our Facebook pages. I got a bunch of them taken, but every day I'm trying to process a little bit of them and get them posted. Get over there. So go check those out. And if you have any ideas for something you'd like to see laser etched, give me a shout out. Doesn't have to be something you want to buy per se. Maybe it's just something you would like to see. If it's something that looks like it's something that I could add to the lineup too, it'll get there quicker. But I'm trying to add a bunch of new designs to the lineup on the laser etched items. If you have any custom laser etched things you want done, just drop me a line. More than willing to work with you and try to make up something that's cool for you. We did just get a custom order a couple weeks ago and got those out for Peg. Closing time. Oh. Come on. Now I'm wondering, because that's the one that's got to come down, so. Alright. I really bent up my wire that last round. I'm going to have to get a new wire. Looks like I'm about ready to bust this one. I think it was a paper clip maybe I straightened out. I don't know, I've been using it for all kinds of things like this for years now, but okay, so I need this one open on this one here underneath this one. So I go under that first one, then over these two, over those two. I need to get below there, and then this ring needs to come out. Need a little bit more room here. It's kind of nice with the stretchy ring. You can just kind of grab it and manipulate it where you want it to go. Okay, and then so this is the ring. I just need to figure out where my closure is. There it is. We're going to move it over to this side. And then we'll open it. And grab it from the other side. Start twisting through. Like I said, I can go ahead and get it off these other top two rings here, and then it'll give me more maneuverability. Get it lifted off of those and feed it through, feed it through. You can kind of feel it going through. And pop out right beside our wire. Little pliers. Let's get down in there a little bit more, maybe. Alrighty. Give it the wiggle wiggle, and then you couldn't even tell which one's where. As long as they're all good. That's why I'm double checking, just to make sure I didn't skip anywhere. I think I would have had a hard time fixing or feeling it earlier if I would have had a wrong ring in there, since it's so tight as is. Normally that's a good sign when you're working on something. If it tightens up oddly, it's like, did I screw up somewhere in the weave before here? It's causing this problem now. And normally it is. Alright, so like I said, we're just kind of pushing it down, working it around each way until you can feel it get close to the metal ring. It really won't push down anymore, so there's our next one. So that makes number 7. 7. Yay! Oh, what a night. What a night. Crazy night. Crazy weekend. Crazy month. Glad the month's almost over, I guess. No, I guess we'll still have another day. Wednesday will still be March, so I guess it won't be a new month on our stream yet this week yet. So I do want to thank everybody again for joining us. Like I said, don't forget to give us out the shares and likes. I'm going to go ahead and move over our camera. I got to remember to change that over more often. And look up at the camera. I'm always looking down at the screen here. So, again, thank you all for joining us. Hope you all have fun. If you have any ideas you want to see us do here on the stream, let us know. Drop us a line. If you want to, like I said, if you want to order anything from that you've seen on our Facebook pages, just drop us a line. Let us know what you're looking at. We will be back on Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. It'll be small project night. So, I think that'll be it. Don't forget to go over and check out Mailworks. He normally streams here around 9 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Central. So, what is it, about under half an hour now. That's why I kind of like to wrap up when I do, so I can actually head over and catch his from time to time. Well, I'm just catching my beard on the stream. Boy, it's looking... my unruly beard. But anyway, I'm just jabbering along. You all have a great night, and we will catch you on Wednesday.